Down here is where we're going to be.
If that's where you.
Yeah, I
you
think
said
so.
you'd rather
Yeah,
be
I think I'd be
closer.
closer. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm flexible wherever. I'll move wherever I need to go.
Okay. Good. No, you're fine.
I'll let it
Well,
go.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Quite a crowd. I know you've all come to hear my guitar playing. No, that's not true. That's not true. We're here, of course, to always celebrate the Shabbat. Want to welcome everyone here. And of course, we're here to honor our wonderful students for the completion of another year of our religious school, and to honor those who have taught in our school, and most of all to the parents who have been so very supportive. So without any further ado, we're really blessed to have a former religious school director, Patricia, and of course her husband, Howard. And we want to bestow the honor of lighting the Shabbat candles. Welcome back. I know you've been absent a little bit. We'd love for you to come and to light the Shabbat candles. For those of you that are not familiar with the prayer book, because Hebrew is read from right to left, the book opens from left to right. And you'll see on the pages it will announce that there's Hebrew, and there's also some funny looking English on the opposite side of the same page. That funny looking English is the transliteration. So if you want to try your hand at Hebrew for some of our prayers, you can just look on the left if you're unable to read. So we're going to commence our service with the lighting of the Shabbat candles. The light, of course, ushers in holiness. Page 120.
Our source of life and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our heart and our life. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who brings the offering of the heart. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and gratitude. Baruch atah Adonai, asher b'shem mitzvah.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvah, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadliknev, shel
So this service is going to be somewhat like what we do on Sunday morning assembly. We're going to basically sing some songs, we'll have some discussion, and then of course we'll have the presentation of our awards. So we're going to begin on page 128. There are two songs. One is the Hine Matov, which celebrates how good it is for all of us to be together, and then Yedid Nefesh, how we have that same relationship not only to one another, how good it is that we're gathered here to observe the Shabbat, but how good it is for all of us to pray and delight in the Shabbat and God. So there's two songs. One, you can see the Hine Matov at the top, and then in the middle, Yedid Nefesh. Okay? Hine Matov u'manayim, shever achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shever achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shever achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shever achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shever achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shever achim gam yachad. Yedid nefesh af rachamon, on page 138, there is the Lachadodi, which says, which is a prayer, basically taken from a part of the Bible called the Song of Songs, which is a love poem that describes the relationship between the children of Israel and God. But it says, "Come, my beloved, to greet the Shabbat." God is calling us. We're looked upon, for those who observe the Sabbath, those who observe the Shabbat, as being beloved by God, to come. And the gift that we have, of course, is this day of rest. We have a, I guess it's a Brazilian melody. I'm going to call it a Brazilian melody that our cantorial soloist Molly introduced. And it's a lot of fun to sing. So we're going to give it a try. Right.
If you're not familiar with it, we will repeat the chorus a few times and you'll catch on. So please sing loudly and feel free to dance or clap or snap or whatever you feel motivated to do.
Okay.
Shabbat,
nice. So there is a little story behind the Chatzikaris that we're about to sing. How many of you have heard of Debbie Friedman? Okay, most people. Debbie Friedman was a composer of Jewish music and basically did a lot of her stuff in Jewish summer camps in the 70s. And she took American music and applied it to a lot of our liturgy. And one of the things that she did was she actually wrote a kind of jazzy Chatzikarish. And when I was in rabbinical school, we had to take a course in Jewish music. And we had a real character by the name of Bon Yashir, who's a very kind of well-known Reform Jewish composer. And he didn't care for Debbie Friedman very much because, it was kind of folky. And he tried to look like Beethoven. He sort of had those features to a little bit like, and tried to act like him, not very successful to say the least. But anyway, so he said that the Chatzikaris that we're about to, he said that would never be performed, never be done in a Reform service. Never. And when I was in rabbinical school, it really wasn't done. It's a little too, you'll see here, it's kind of jazzy. It has a kind of New Orleans sort of sound to it. And it's more appropriate maybe for Bourbon Street as opposed to, Sha'arei Shamayim. But anyway, we began to do it. Someone dared me to do it on Erev Rosh Hashanah in front of like 300 people. And we did it. And it actually went over way better than we had expected. So we're going to do that. You'll just join in. It's not a hard bluesy melody to sing. You'll catch on very quickly. The Chatzikaris is on page 144. Doesn't go good with an acoustic guitar, but I don't play electric, so this is what we're stuck with the word.
We'll do the traditional. You want to do lie, lie, lie? You want to do that? I can do remember. That's fine.
Yisrael, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. God in the sense of being unique and one that we commune with this very, very special prayer, followed by the V'ahavta, which we've all been working on throughout the year. So page 152, 153, and then page 154.
Do that again. Baruch Shem.
Okay, this is a little chance for some of our students to show off a little bit with the V'ahavta. We've been working on it. We got about 3 sentences down this year, which is pretty good. So I'm going to have Molly lead us in it and take it away. V'ahavta, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you today shall be upon your heart. You shall teach them diligently unto your children, which is what we try to do every Sunday and what you all try to do at home. Teaching them diligently by the way we act, when we walk by the way, when it's time to go to sleep, and when it's time to rise. We try to live lives that reflect our love of Torah, that reflect our love of God. And we should bind them for a sign upon our hand. Our actions should reflect what we feel, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. You should always be impressed with the moral and the ethics and the lessons of Torah, and write them upon the doorposts of your house and upon your gates. And we have mezuzot here that contain this very prayer, the Shema and the V'ahavta. So, Molly.
Asher Anochi Metzavcha Hayom Alovecha Vishinantam Levanecha Vidivartam Vishitecha Vivitecha Uvletecha Vatere Uvishokbecha Uvumecha Ushartam Leot Ayatecha Vihayuli Tashot Menecha Uktavtam Amuzozot Betecha Uvisharecha Leman Tiskeru Vasitem Et Kol Mitzvotai Vitem Kedoshim Leolechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeti Echem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Lehiot Lachem Le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
continue now with a prayer called the Vishamru, the commandment to guard, to keep the Shabbat, to be kept for all generations as an eternal covenant, eternal promise between ourselves and God. And what we are doing here this evening before this wonderful gathering. So this is another Debbie Friedman melody. And that is just a very nice lead-in for us to engage in silent meditation. You can either be in the prayer book, beginning on page 164 through page 180. You may either stand as in the traditional way, or of course you may be seated, reflecting on your own thoughts about the week, the beauty of Shabbat, the beauty of our gathering here. And also your own petitional prayers to God at this time. So we'll take a moment to do that. Thank you. Mm. And on page 180 is the beautiful Oseh Shalom, the God who creates Shalom Bimromav in the upper firmaments, grant peace on this earth to us and to all of humankind.
Say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleichem, ve'ata Yisrael, ve'imru Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael. 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 Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael.
Nice. Now, just a very brief introduction to our awards for this evening, why we have so many parents here and so many members of our congregation to show support and to tell our young people just how important we take your education, your Jewish education, which is different from being in a regular school. This is part of your ethical development, how to learn to treat each other, how to learn about Judaism and have that part of your, I'm use a big word, identity, to be part of who you are becoming. And we owe really a debt of gratitude to the parents, to the education committee, under the guidance of Ann Zelniker, of course, to the faculty that we'll honor in just a few moments. My sermon topic, again, which I'll make this very brief, and it's really directed towards the young people, but all of us too, I hope. The title of my little talk is Magnum Opus. And when we think of the word magnum opus, which means a great piece, in music, it indicates a tremendous piece of music. For example, those of you that are familiar with classical music might say, well, Beethoven's magnum opus was his Ninth Symphony. Those of you that have not heard it, you should listen to it. A conductor in a free talk when I was attending a concert said that if he was to send one piece of music into outer space for people, for beings on another planet, he would send Beethoven's Ninth as the piece that he would choose. It is, of course, a magnificent piece. But I got around to thinking that all of us create a magnum opus. The magnum opus of everyone in this room is the lives that we are leading, how we live, how we treat our parents, the kind of people that we're becoming. And each of you, over time, will create in your life a magnum opus. And what we want to do here is be able to be a part of that creation for you, to give you some tools, not all the tools, but to give you some things from here that will help you develop to create your own great work. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't have any idea. When I was much, much younger, I had some ideas about what I wanted to be, but certainly didn't turn out that way. And life experiences shape you in a certain way, things that are actually beyond your control. But they're important things. And we'd like to think that here we're helping you to create your life, not in some great way, but just a little bit. And we really have so much respect and love for our students, because you come here every Sunday morning, and it's not the easiest to wake up and schlep over here at 10 o'clock and then learn for 2 hours. And, sometimes your behavior reflects just how challenging that can be, how hard that can be. But we are extremely proud of all of you. And we have some certificates to hand out, some that indicate just how proud we are of your achievement of learning Hebrew, learning Bible, learning Torah, learning about Jewish history, and talking about Jewish ethics as well. So without any further ado, I'm going to call on our two full-time teachers, Maggie and Heidi, to begin distributing these certificates. What's that? Yeah, wherever you want. Sure, of course. Of course. Okay. And to show you how much we value, we even frame them. So you just can't stick them in a drawer. We want them up on your wall to look at. These are, again, certificate of achievements.
It is absolutely wonderful to see everyone here tonight to support our students. And although there are a few students, only a handful that couldn't make it, I want to be able to say a little bit, since they're in my class, about each of them, so that you have a sense of who they are. So these are in no particular order, so we're just going to kind of take turns, and Heidi will talk a little bit about or present the ones from her class. So
my class are 7 and 8-year-olds, and in addition to doing a more extensive dive into the key stories of the books of Genesis and Exodus this year, we really worked on our Hebrew, and we went from a very basic understanding of our alphabet to, I am unbelievably proud to say, reading 3- and 4-syllable words by the end of our school term this year. So our kids and parents should all, yes, please give a round of applause for that. That is no small achievement. Henry, would you like to come forward and get your certificate?
Yay, Henry.
Eli is not here today.
So lunchtime.
I don't need to.
You don't want to? Okay.
And we'll just continue with the rest of the class as well. Amelia Metz from our preschool class, come on up.
More like Kim.
That's for you. Good job. All right. Next we have Mayim. Right there with Miss Cam. Go to your teacher. There you go. And next we have Julianne Holberg.
Do you want me to say something about that? No? Eli, no? Okay. All right, so I'm going to take the rest, some here, some who are not. I'm going to save that for Rabbi. I will take credit for having Mayor in my class, even though I only had him for a short time, because he graduated very quickly to Rabbi's bar mitzvah class. But he has been a student of mine in the past, and I am so proud of him as a student and to know him as a person. And Lauren. Lauren is in my class, and she is learning with 2 other students and is just doing beautifully this year, and it's an honor to have you in my class as well. We have all the rest are missing, right? Okay. So there are 3 students that are not here today. They're all part of one family, and they are a real delight to have in the school. I am lucky enough to have 2 of them in my class. So we have Rachel and Anna Schrader. I believe they're about a year apart, if I'm not mistaken. At least in school they are. And they are the most inquisitive young women I have ever met. And I will say, in all my years of teaching, which is a lot of years of teaching at this point, they ask the most intriguing questions that I usually have to go to a higher source to get the answer, but I learn right along with them. So I'm very, very proud to have them in the class, and they're a real asset to our community. And they have a brother by the name of Eli, who is in Heidi's class, and Eli is just a great kid.
He is.
And would you like to say anything else about Eli?
No, that's enough.
That's enough? Okay. His sisters keep him in tow, and his favorite thing in the world is Pesach, and if you ever doubt it, ask him about it. Okay. Why don't I have you do the next 2, Rabbi? And then we'll do this last. Will that be all right?
So we have 2 additional students. Once again, our program sort of keeps growing a little bit each year. When we started, we met in people's homes every other week, and we were on Zoom. That's when we started 3 years ago. And now we meet every week. We have these 2 classes, for 2 hours from 10 to 12. And in addition, we now have a preschool, which was, this is our first year, and we really hope that we're laying a structure for families to consider our temple, to join, and knowing that we have a religious school. In my class, there was one student that I have in confirmation, which is Connor Freeman, Freeman, I don't know what I'm thinking. Connor Furman, who I trained for his bar mitzvah, and then he continued on. He taught himself Hebrew in about 4 or 5 weeks in the course of his bar mitzvah. He wanted to continue after his bar mitzvah, and now he's completing his 2nd year, and most of our time is spent studying modern Hebrew. This year we've done a little more Jewish history. He's very passionate about Israel, and we're concluding his studies with an emphasis on the Shoah. He has read Night and Dawn by the Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel, by the late Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel, as well as watching Schindler's List, and will deliver a sermon, a talk about his commitment to his faith as evidenced in our own temple and going forward. The plan is for him to be a madrich, a teaching assistant next year, and get the word out, because if we can get some more students, we want to give him a class. He'll be old enough to have his own class, and he taught already in Maggie's class, he's taught a unit or so. So that's Connor. And the other is, of course, Ivory Glassbrook, who was madricha in the preschool. And she unfortunately could not be here. She's out of the country on a trip, I believe, with her school. So that is our school. We'd like to present just a little token of our appreciation to our faculty. My wife wanted to be excluded from this, so she's excluded. She'll get rewarded in a different way. Heidi, we want to thank you for coming every Sunday, for creating such interesting lessons, games that help facilitate Hebrew, like what was it, Candyland? Is that right? Candyland, and the way that you teach and your commitment is really remarkable. And we really, on behalf of Sha'arei Shamayim, really thank you from the bottom of our heart. So this is just a small token of our appreciation. The other individual is our preschool teacher, Cam Oliver. She got it off the ground, and we were so delighted to have her and her family as members of our congregation. And then she also volunteered. All of them are volunteers. They devote their time and energy and preparation, and of course, every Sunday morning from 10 to 12. And this is, I hope this small token of our appreciation. I see lots of people taking pictures, so why don't we get everybody who got a reward come up, along with the faculty. And we also want to acknowledge Ann Glasser, who substituted. So thank you so much. She substituted once, and we certainly appreciate that. No, you're fine. Everybody come up.
Pass it down.
There we go. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's give them a big round of applause. My goal in those photographs, by the way, there's a big wall, if you'll notice, of all the confirmation, all the rabbis previously for the confirmation class. I think the board needs to consider creating a new wall for our religious school, and we can put the photographs up. So not to pressure the board, but this is a bully pulpit, and I can. Anyway, we are very proud, and we want to thank the board for their support, which has been wonderful throughout the year. When it came to security, the board, not in the budget, went ahead, and of course we have security here every Sunday. Sadly, we say that because we wish we didn't have to do that, but to keep our children safe, to keep people in the building safe, we need to have it. So we want to thank the board for doing that and for never refusing any request for our school. And we owe a lot to Ann Zelnico for her leadership as chair of the religious school education committee. So thank you. Okay. So we're going to continue now with the Misha Beirach prayer. We'll conclude our service. We have a nice dinner waiting for us. I hope you're all hungry. Page 371. We will quickly conclude our service.
Die, 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 die,
Shebeirach avotei pray for the healing of Dr. John Johnson, Sheila Ross, Carol Zimmerman, Tammy Jackson, Harold Fink, Sandra Kelly, Mark Hieronymus, Rafi Breen, Patricia Silverman and Howard Silverman, Drew Pasaglia, Aidan Edmondson, Tyler Mazie, Les Beyer, David Cherniak, Meira Rachel. Michael, you're on the list, but I think being here, we're not going to say your name. And we want to applaud. We're so thankful that you recovered. Hard to believe. Well, the other half does. And like I'm bound by HIPAA, so I can't really disclose. Okay. It's great to see you. It really is wonderful. Is there anyone else who they wish to add to our list for healing? Please. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Rohal.
Of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Please rise for the Aleinu, page 586 and 591. This week we observe the yahrzeits of Elias C. Rotella, Frida Friedman, A.E. Fingerhut, Becky Hoffman, Minnie Pizer Schwarz, Miriam Yassem Gandler. Is there anyone observing a yahrzeit or saying Kaddish for someone who they wish to remember? Thank you. Please rise for the mourner's Kaddish, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah v'alma divrach chilutei v'yamich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedechon beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריך הוא לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May God, who establisheth peace unto the heavens, grant peace and comfort in the hearts of all who mourn, and let us say amen. You may be seated. Now call upon our board member, Ann Zelniker, to do two things. One is deliver the announcements and greetings for this evening, and then to chant the Kiddush on page 123.
Evening, everyone. There will be no Saturday morning Shabbat service tomorrow on May the 4th. Join us for the Gulf Coast Shoah commemoration this Sunday, May 5th, beginning at 7 p.m. here at the temple. The service will be led by Glenn Muchnick, and a call to remembrance will be offered by Rabbi Scott Kramer of Congregation of Israel Tree of Life in Montgomery. Molly Adams will provide the music and a special Yizkor ensemble. Local students will share readings and artistic compositions. So that's what's happening on Sunday. I want to, I know we'll all be praying for Maggie. She and Rabbi are going to Boston. She's going to have some surgery, and we're all going to pray for her and hope that she has a complete refuah shlema. I also have an announcement here that about Molly Adams. She doesn't know about this. Where is Molly? There she is. Her little bird told me that she is a finalist for a Nappy Award. I'll tell you. The award for best classical musician. So if you would like to vote for her, if you would like to vote for her, go to votenappies.com. That's votenappies.com. You can place a vote for her.
The arts section, top section. So those 3/4 of the way down.
Also feeding the Gulf Coast for Balloon.
That's right. We're best nonprofit.
That's nonprofit.
Oh, okay. Are there any other announcements that I don't know about?
Also Coastal Alabama, best community college, so best college, so got that.
All right.
There's a talk on Thursday as well.
What?
There's a talk on Thursday, this coming Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Isn't there a talk on Thursday? Is it this Thursday or next Thursday? Michael Gerhardt. This coming Thursday? Okay. Michael Gerhardt is going to speak. This is an adult education. I'm sure it must be in the high notes. It's an adult education activity, and he's a wonderful author, and it should be a very interesting event.
He's a
Grew up in
constitutional.
this congregation.
Yeah, grew up in this, and he's a constitutional scholar of national and international renown. So if you have an opportunity to come next Thursday, it would be well worth it. Okay. Please rise for the Kiddush, page 123.
Do you know what page it's on?
123.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, children that would like to come up and help me? Make the notes. Help me bless the bread. Oh, here comes somebody. Okay, anybody else? Come on.
Oh, Lauren, good. Amelia, do you want to come?
All the children that want to come up and bless the bread.
Great.
Come on.
Okay, great.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, Henry. He does want to, okay. All right. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Okay. You may be seated. You don't have to stay. Is my guitar pick on the music stand? Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you.
I'm very attentive to detail.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to end with an adonolum that we do at assembly. Try to get everybody get their juices going and get the blood circulating. If you feel like clapping.
Too much?
Okay.
We need lots of participation.
Lots of participation.
And then we're gonna need lots of questions.
Page 625. Page 625. Adonai, Hashem Olam, b'terem hol yitzivah, v'yein l'sol v'chefso kol, azay melech shemo Shabbat shalom to everyone. Shabbat shalom. Okay.